Hi, it's me, Kimberly. Welcome to this new video. Hi, welcome to this new video. I first want to start off by thanking you all for such kind support that you have been giving me for the last two videos. I really did not expect that at all. I just really wanted to share my making, and I mean, it's super nice to see that you all liked it as much as I did making the video. So yeah, I really want to thank you for that, because you guys left really kind and warm messages underneath the videos to me. So thank you, and I hope you're gonna enjoy this video as well. In this video, I want to talk about my knitting plans and what I am eyeing on making, and what I have in stash that I maybe can use to make up some room for new stuff. As I said in the last video, I don't really have a lot of stash, but I have some like leftovers, so maybe I can use them for something as well. But yeah, I just really want to share what I have been having on my list of what I would love to make, especially now with this spring weather that's coming. I mean, some days we have heavy rain, some days we have sun, and yeah, it's sort of a surprise every day what we're getting. But that's sort of the thing of living in the Netherlands. You can be soaking wet, and in the afternoon there's sunshine. But yeah, you can really feel it's warming up. Flowers are blooming, the trees are blooming, and the blossoms. So yeah, spring is really in the air. So yeah, after finishing my cloud sweater that I've showed in my last video, I feel like I have room on my needles for an extra project, and I'm currently finishing my Moby slipover, so I should have some room for some new ones. So yeah, I really want to take you along with everything that I've seen on the internet, seen on the books, what people have been knitting, and what I really like to knit myself. So yeah, join me. I'm gonna start off with the first thing that I really like to make, and that's something from my new knitting book. However, I'm still in doubt because she's also releasing another pattern, and it's sort of in the same style. So I don't know if I really want to knit this one from the book or what's going to be different from her other. But yeah, let's first start. It's from the Knit This book from Kutovakika, and it is, let me go for it, the honey cardigan. Currently, I am wearing a super thin cardigan that I bought from H&M like a couple years ago, and I don't know, it's still a thing that I'm sort of wearing when I'm at home. And I don't really own another cardigan. I did own a cardigan for a long time. I still have it, but I don't wear it. A wool one that I got from my boyfriend as like one of the first presents ever. A very nice one, but it's done. It's over. It's worn out. And it has some stains in it that don't really go out of it anymore. So yeah, that's just, it's been. But yeah, I really crave another cardigan project. I don't really have one, and I think it's very nice for the spring, where I can put something on that's not a jacket but is warm, and that I can like cycle in or walk to work in, and then easily take off and have a t-shirt under, a long sleeve, or even a top, depending on how my work days are. I also sort of adjust the wardrobe as if I have a lot of external meetings or with clients. I don't really like to wear tops that have no sleeves, but if I'm just working all day behind my desk with my colleagues in our company, it's no issue if you show your shoulders or anything. Yes, the honey cardigan. I have it in front of me so I can check all the details. It's of course knit it flat. So that was one thing that I was thinking about by making a cardigan. Let me check if I even put on this video, because if I'm doing this and it's not recording, double check, it is recording. Sorry, I had a sort of doubt moment, so I panicked. I wanted to check. So it's, of course, with a cardigan you can really knit in around. I have seen cardigans that are knitted around, but then you have to like cut it, and I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet to cut my garment, so that's not gonna happen. This is a half fisherman's rib stitch pattern in brushed alpaca yarn. It's like a boxy cropped fit. You can really easily pair it with a dress or jeans that are high-waisted, and I like that it's not that oversized, so you can really dress it up and look neat in it. It's knitted on a 5mm needle, so it's also not that small that it's gonna take me so much time. But as I was thinking about a cardigan that I have to like knit flat, I thought, well, I might as well then do a ribbed because then I just knit and purl on both sides the same amount. And I don't know if I have the stamina at this point to make one in stockinette and then have to purl so much, because I'm just not a very fast purler in continental knitting. So yeah, but as I said, she is also releasing, I think even this upcoming week, a new cardigan. I think she called it, let me check. It's called the Daydreamer cardigan. She even made a YouTube video about it. I will link it down below. I really like watching her videos, so I would definitely recommend. I think it's sort of the same. It's the ribbed. It's a bit more oversized, I think, the fit of the whole garment. But I think with the honey cardigan, she also crocheted over the buttons, and in this one she did not. So yeah, but that's not really that big of a difference that I would say take this pattern or that pattern. I think maybe the stitch, maybe it's just normal rib stitch. I don't know. I can really find out in the descriptions she has been giving on YouTube, and I can't remember really properly. Yeah, I do think that probably it's just the fit that is different, and the button band is probably different, because with the honey cardigan she did a ribbed button band, it's called, sorry, and for the Daydreamer she just had a normal stockinette, I think a double knitted band. But yeah, I will see. I think if she releases the pattern, I will check if I maybe go for that one or the one that's in my book. I of course have the book already, so that's also one of the things I'm going to take in mind. But yeah, I don't know, that's just one of the first things. However, what I was thinking is she knitted it up with Drops Melody, and I am not really a big Drops fan, so I do want to knit it in something different. And I believe the Drops Melody is like an Aran weight kind of yarn, so I sort of googled around a bit, and in this cardigan I sort of have in mind this bit fluffy yarn, but not like a fluffy yet you have with only knitting it in mohair kind of fluff, but like bouncy, airy. And it seems, I don't know how it happened, but it seems that like the Snefnug yarn or the Cos or the Eco, I think from Isiger, sort of that style. That's what I envision if I see this cardigan on me. I don't know if you guys have that as well, that sometimes you just sort of see yourself wearing it, or you just have this idea in mind and that's how it's supposed to be. And the color has to be probably something springy, and I think I will settle on something that's like pink, but not bright pink, like the soft pastel pink. And Snefnik really has a very nice soft pink color, but yeah, I have to see if I can even get my hands on it. And I don't know if I really want to do something with Snefnik again, as I already have now 3 garments in that kind of yarn. So I don't know, maybe I will check if I go for the Isager yarn or find something similar. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below. I would love to hear your opinion on it, because I can't really make up my mind yet. But it should be coming in like pastel color, so because I really envisioned something that is out of my basic palette, as you would say. So yeah, still have to figure out what to do, if I'm going to go for the honey cardigan or the daydreamer cardigan. But I feel like they're sort of similar, so yeah, we have to see when the pattern comes out. And then probably will be on my needles very soon, because this feels like a project that's like I rather make immediately, so probably gonna happen soon. On cardigans note, I also really want to knit a cardigan from Petite Knit, and I don't know if I'm ready for it yet. That's the problem. Where are the patterns? Woman, cardigan, any jacket, V-neck. I have been eyeing this thing for so long, but I'm scared. I don't know. I even watched some of the tutorial videos that are on her website, and I was like, okay, probably I can do this. I have this in me. But yeah, as I'm still working on my Moby slipover, I don't know if I'm ready yet for that adventure of a new new garment where I have to do something that's very new to me. So I don't know yet. Her patterns are often quite long, and especially looks like it with this cardigan, and I would like it to be a bit shorter, so it's more on my like waistline, but I think I could adjust that if I have the pattern. But yeah, I really want to knit this up, and I don't know what it is, but every time I'm like, oh, should I do it, should I do it, should I do it, and then I don't. But yeah, so cardigan wise, that's also still in the run, but yeah, I feel like that's another project and not for now. But I did want to mention it for, I don't know, maybe you get inspiration out of it. We will see. Let me take a sip of my coffee, because I also made myself some coffee. Okay, I'm quickly gonna put some lip balm as well, as I have been very dry. We see it on the video, but my lips are very cracked. I have been on medication for my acne now for the 2nd time, and well, one of the side effects is that you just become super dry, so my lips are just cracked all the time. But hopefully I'm almost done in like a month or so. So yeah, it's like we're almost there, we're near the finish line. But yeah, and then I hope it stays away, because last time it didn't. But yeah, I have good hopes, because I'm so happy of how it looks now. But yeah, let's go on to the second thing, and that is probably gonna be the camisole number 9 from My Favorite Things Knitwear. I have knitted 1 or 2 patterns from her before. I did the V-neck sweater, I think it's called number 14, and I did her blouse number 1. The V-neck was a project that was in my early stages of knitting, so it was a hard pill to swallow. I mean, it was intense. But I really also like the blouse number 1 and how it knitted up, and overall I really like her patterns. There's a lot of cables as well, and I feel like I really want to knit one of them, but yeah, not the moment yet. Maybe in the future. What I do want is a basic top, and I have been thinking about making a basic top for a while. It's like a summer garment, but I don't really want to knit it in summer yarn, but it's knitted up in fingering weight yarn, so I can still knit it up with something woolly, so I'm gonna do that. And I have been secretly shopping for this already yesterday in my yarn stop, so let me show you. Sorry for the crackling sounds of this paper. We have this Dutch hand dyer, and it's called Olivia and Oliver Fibers, and they had a special drop at the yarn shop, and I have been wanting some yarn from her, but she only has like these drops and it's sold out pretty quickly and you can't really see it, so I have to sort of go for it when I see it online. And I don't know, I really like to see it in real life if I think I like it, yes or no. But also you can order like a sweater quantity, so it's dyed to order, and then you get it in like 4 or 6 weeks. But yeah, I've never been brave enough to actually do that because I'm sort of scared if I don't know if I would like it or not. And as I said, I'm quite of a basic knitter and everything is like plain colors and nothing is really funky, especially for my one weekend sleepover. But this is what I got. So yeah, I bought these ones yesterday and I really like it. First, I think I was gonna go for the apple blossom colorway. However, there were some really yellow spickles in it and I didn't really know if I would like that in the end. So I went for antique rose. It's 4-ply and it's like 400 meters, 100 grams. So I should have enough to knit a basic top with this, and that's probably going to be the camisole number 9. I did not yet buy the pattern, but I think it's going to happen because if I see this, I really want to start. So yeah, I don't know. It was a nice thing. I will add some clips here of the yarn shop. They had super much colorful yarns. I also really like the queen fiber yarns, but a girl who I talked to in the yarn shop, she was really nice. She also helped me with picking out my yarn for my Moby sleepover. She said that the ones that I was eyeing as well were not as spun up as tight. So she said like it's gonna probably peel more than this. And she said, of course, that if I was gonna make a top that was maybe a bit more loose fitting and not as tight around the arms and sleeveless, it would probably not be as bad with the pilling because then you don't have this like arm and body constantly having this friction that is causing the pilling. But I don't know, it felt super soft. It was very nice and the colors, I loved it. But yeah, I thought let's not do that. And if it's a top and not like a super big sweater, I thought let's do something that is not in my comfort zone and just try something else. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Otherwise, on top section that I was eyeing as well is the Soho top, and it's from Kadri, and I like that it's sort of basic but it looks elegant, if you know what I mean. How the neck is constructed, I think it's sort of a boat neck, and this sort of loose fit and like the short length that is sitting on your jeans or high-waisted pants. I don't know, it looks like an elevated top, but still very basic. And it's knit up, I believe, in garter stitch. Found this one on Etsy, I believe. I got it recommended as a pattern. So then I checked out her website and she has a lot more. I did hear her name a couple of times in other podcasts or anything, but I didn't really know anything about the designer. Not something I am looking for in this type of yarn. I really want to have it basic so the yarn can pop instead of having also definition in the pattern as well and definition in the yarn. I think it's going to be a bit too much, and maybe doesn't do the yarn it's how do you say that? It's best, it's right, it's, I don't know, I can't come up with the word, but I feel like this yarn deserves something more basic where it can really pop. So yeah, I don't know, the Soho top is still one of the things I really want to put on my list that is gonna maybe be knitted up this summer. Especially it's gonna be hold together, I believe with 2 fingerings, so maybe it should be knitting up a bit more quicker than what I have for the fingering. And I do also have, I don't know how much weight, no, I can't make that. I checked the yarn weight that I'm probably gonna need for my size, and I don't have that in stash, so that's not gonna happen. That Soho top is probably gonna be on my list of maybe wanna make this summer or spring. So I don't know, I looked on her website and she has a couple of other top patterns that I really like. So I don't know, maybe I will knit something up from her as well, because especially one top that I really liked as well is next to the Soho top is the home camisole knitting pattern. So it's a basic top with sort of high v-neck, and it's knit up in cashmere and in the Cardiff cashmere, I believe, classic. And a cashmere pattern is still on my to-do wish list. I have been looking in a yarn shop here in Amsterdam as well, the Offstop, and they sell it, and it's just so nice. It feels so nice, but it's, I mean, cashmere, so it's quite expensive. I think it's like 15 euros a ball of 25 grams, I believe, if I have it correct. And if I want to knit something up in the cashmere, hold like only single with the cashmere, I have to find something that I can easily wear a lot. So I want to knit it in a basic color that I can put on anytime with anything, and a style that is also easily going with other stuff I have in my closet. So underneath a blazer, underneath another sweater, or if I can wear it over a long sleeve top. Something, that's what I have in mind. However, I also really want to knit something in cashmere that's long sleeve, tight fitting, because I feel that's a basic that everybody needs, or at least everybody can get a lot of wear out. So I have a Patreon account for Laura Penrose, her podcast, and I think end of last year, so end of 2023, she posted a video about her showing a lot of whips and other patterns that she's not been finishing, but she sort of started designing. And she had one pattern that's probably going to be a tight fitting, and she made it in mohair, but like with a bigger gauge. And she also mentioned that's probably going to be a pattern that's easily knit up with like a cashmere yarn. So yeah, I don't know, a top could be great because it's less expensive, but yeah, a long sleeve is something I would probably also really want. So yeah, maybe these camisole of Kadri is a contender for knitting with Cardiff cashmere and test it out and see what I like, instead of having to really invest a lot of money, because I'm a bit scared of the pilling. And yeah, I don't know, we will see. Maybe in a later stadium of this year we will be knitting up something with cashmere, because who doesn't really want to knit up something with such a luxurious yarn? Then something that I already have a pattern for and I already have been attempting to make this pattern, but graciously failed. If you've seen my podcast, the first podcast, I talked about my first ever knitting project and the yarn that was with it. I sort of felt bad because I had this yarn of, I think 8 bowls of it sitting in my stash, not being knitted up. So I thought, let's make something with it. I felt like I had to use it. And that attempt was a Stockholm slipover by Petite Knit. I thought it's easy, something I don't have in my wardrobe, and I think it would be nice in this sort of mohair kind of yarn. I did not gauge swatch. I just went for it. And that was the biggest mistake. It's too big. And I thought, okay, let's change it up and sort of try to make something different of it because it was so big. I thought, okay, let's make it longer with like a split hem. It did not work out. But I do still have the pattern, and I do still think it would be nice in my wardrobe. So I still have leftover Sadness Garn Sunday. 3 bowls, I believe, 150 grams. And that's around the weight you need to finish this Stockholm slipover if I'm gonna make a size small, I believe. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna knit that up as well. I really like it. I think it's like a easy basic that can go just over everything. And I have it in white yarn, like the almond. No, not the almond colorway. I think it's the broken white colorway. So it would also be a color that's like perfect for just the basic that can go with everything. So that would be great if I could knit that up because I A, have the pattern, and B, sort of have the yarn. I think she holds it together with a strand of mohair, but I'm not sure. So then in that case, I would only have to buy probably 3 or 4 balls of mohair to combine with it and make a garment. So yeah, that's on my maybe list. So yeah, we shall see if that's gonna happen. I mean, as I said, I only have 2 hands and I don't have time every day, all day to knit. So we have to make choices. Yeah, we will see. So let me take you along with something else that I am also treated myself on recently, and that has been another knitting book. Last week it was International Book Week, or at least here in the Netherlands. I don't know if it's international. So a lot of like stores that sell books have discounts, or if you buy one, you get another one free, that kind of stuff. It was the ideal week to buy something for myself, and that is this. I have been watching a lot of videos of people that sort of reviewed the book or went through the book when it came out. I believe that was last year in like September or something. Yeah, I think something around that time. But I had it at a bargain price. I only had to pay 18 euros, free shipping. And I think originally the book is, okay, it's 27. I don't know what it is. Dollars? No. It's like the English UK, what's it called? Pounds, that's the word. And other website, it was like 35 euros. So yeah, I really got it at a very good price. So I thought, let's do that. I'm gonna buy this one for me. And there's one pattern I really want to knit up. However, it feels like it's an advanced pattern and I feel like I'm an intermediate or beginner in that area. But I think everybody knows this pattern, and it's, let me show. Oh, there's a lot of pages. The Barbara blouse. I mean, it's a stunner. I mean, it's so beautiful. I love it, but It looks so hard. They say it's a figure hugging garment, so it's no positive ease. And you work from bottom up. So that's new for me if I have to do that. You start at the waistline. Okay, yeah, so you work the body first, then you divide for the sleeves line, and they are finished separately. So yeah, it's a totally different structure than I am used to now, because now everything is from like top down. Start with the neck, work your way down, and totally different style of knitting than this, because now I usually try it on, see if I like the length, and then yeah, bind off basically. And now you sort of have to do that in an earlier stage. So you really have to be on gauge with this pattern to make it successful, I have the feeling, because otherwise you're gonna put all this work in this sort of lacy pattern, and then you're gonna end up with something you can't really wear. I don't know, it's beautiful. I really want to make it, but I feel like I'm too scared. I don't know what it is. I think it was Youngful Knits. I watched a video of her where she really wanted to make this pattern, and I don't know if you wanted to make the long sleeve or the top version, because you also have it as a top. I think you can buy it on the website of Knitting for Olive. And first one of them was not in English, so I don't really know which one it was, but she bought other language patterns to see how to do it. I mean, that's what I call commitment. That's also on my wish list of making things, but probably not going to be this spring. But what is in here is what I just talked about. I really want to have a basic and then knit it up in cashmere. I mean, of course it's a book for Knitting for Olive, and it would be perfect gauge wise and make my life easier if I would decide to knit it up in Knitting for Olive yarn. However, they do have a super simple like long sleeve that's in here that I would like to knit up in cashmere. Let me search for it. This book is so thick. There's like more options even. They have the simple and simple sweater. I mean, this is not fully bodily, like no positive ease. It has some ease, but I really like the structure of it. I really like that the hem is like tighter, and then you have this sort of flowing over at the body that I also have with my other petite knit sweater. I keep making this the Louvre sweater. I forget this name all the time, and I really like that fit. However, in the book they also have this Carl John sweater that's also very basic and nice, that could be perfectly knit up in a cashmere. However, it's got like a long collar, and I feel like that's something I do not want for the cashmere sweater, but maybe that's easily adjustable. I did not check that correctly in the pattern yet. And they also have, it's not a sweatshirt, that's a contender for an easy garment. If I go down a size, I would probably have no positive ease, and then it would like be tight fitting on my body, and that's what I prefer. At least that's what I have in mind for this type of sweater in that kind of yarn. So yes, that's another option. And of course I have a lot of other different things that I would like to knit up. I would really like to knit up a color work garment this year. Probably gonna be a sweater, but I still have to figure out what and what is in my skill level, because yeah, I only have knitted up one colorful color work project, and it was the water bottle cover from Laura Penrose last Christmas, and I really liked it. I mean, it's very engaging and it's addictive. You really keep on knitting. But yeah, I don't know if I have that stamina if it comes to a full-blown sweater, because in my mind this colorwork sweater is also a bit baggy, loose, so it has to be quite big. Yeah, I'm not there yet. That's something for this autumn or winter, I guess. And yeah, maybe there's gonna be some new pattern release that I'm gonna be like blown away by and immediately want to knit up. But yeah, we will see. I don't know. There's so much to knit. There's so many patterns. There is so much inspiration, and I feel like every time you look on Instagram, people are knitting things up and you get inspired, and that's beautiful. However, I still want to be like staying true to myself and not knit something up that afterwards probably is only knitted up because I was just taken in the hype. So yeah, I don't know yet. Maybe maybe there's gonna be a pattern release and I'm like instantly blown away and I really want to make that, and I feel that's true to me. But yeah, we will see. First, now I'm probably gonna cast on this camisole number 9 in the new yarn that I bought, and probably gonna search for the correct yarn and make up my mind about the cardigan, and if it's then gonna be the honey cardigan from the book, or that's maybe gonna be her daydream cardigan. I don't know yet. I don't know. We will see when she releases the daydream cardigan pattern. So yeah, that was it. I hope you liked this video. I had a lot of fun making it, talking to you about everything that I'm wanting it up. I am sort of out of breath. I don't know how that happened. My caffeine intake was needed. I still have half a cup of coffee standing here that I'm gonna drink up because I probably is already a bit cold. I really like talking to you guys. I think soon there's gonna be another knitting podcast, and I'm probably gonna be filming a week of knitting again and finishing my Moby sleepover, or just taking you along in like a vlog style kind of week. Maybe we'll finish the Moby sleepover. We don't know. Let's see how fast we can knit this baby up. But yeah, that's probably gonna be there in the future. So yes, thank you for watching this video. And again, I really want to thank you if you've come this far in this video, for sticking with me, watching my other videos, and all this positive support that I have been getting. If you want to be updated more often, check my Instagram and follow me there. I post some snippets of me wearing my knits and what I'm doing and making in that week. So if you want to have a more followed along with me, then check out my Instagram. And of course, if you want to keep updated on me posting my videos, subscribe to my channel, and then I will see you in the next video. Bye.